Hey guys, this is Rucker here. Basically, I'm going to be showing you how to record your gameplay. These are the three essential items you're going to need. You're going to need a laptop, 360, and the HTC VR itself. And that's going to go on the TV right there. The first item we're going to need is going to be the HTC VR. You can get this online. Runs for about 200 bucks. Looks like this. It's just a simple box. Basically what this thing does is enables you to record your gameplay. It's the actual thing that lets you record it. You're going to be plugging your component cables, which I'll get to later, into the back of this. And this will also be the way you can play your 360 in HD and record in HD. It's a really nifty little device actually. There's the back there. I'll get to that more later, but I'm just kind of doing like a little overview of the whole thing itself. There's an import and an out port. All those little ports right there. You can notice that there's two in a row. That's because one of the components is going to go in there, and then you have a double component cable go into your TV, so you'll be able to play. Alright, anyways, you're going to obviously need a 360. It doesn't have to be a slim, it can be any 360, and a laptop. Or a PC, like a desktop, you know what I mean? It's just a computer. Doesn't have to be a laptop. It's easier with a laptop, but it doesn't have to be Mac, PC. It can be anything. And then most important, I want you guys to know, you need the component cables. All right, you can't do it in HDMI. It has to be in component, and it has to have those two things. If you know what I mean, it has to have the red, green, blue on it, and then it has to have those yellow, white, and red. You don't need the yellow, but yeah. Just if you play in HD, you'll get what components are. You have to play with components though, so no HDMI. And I'm sorry about that. Okay, so then we're going to get to this. This is my 360 and my HTC VR where it's going to be. So there's my 360 right there, and we got, don't mind that's a cable box. But then we have the HTC PVR, sorry. I have it sitting up there. Doesn't really matter where you set it. But anyways, firstly I'm going to plug in the component cable back in the video port. Make sure the HDTV switch is switched to HDTV. Slide that in there. And then I am going to go ahead and plug this into the HDP VR. Now there's to the left of these it's going to say in and out. You want to make sure you plug it into the in because you're putting your 360 is going to be basically the input source for the HDP VR. So basically you're taking the component cables and you're putting them into the box in the in port, and then in the out port you're going to have this white cable you'll see later, which you'll plug into the TV, which enables you to view what you're doing. Basically what you want to make sure is that you plug them in the right slots because there's going to be two red ones, and plug the red one. It has to be like on the same cable, if you know what I mean. Like the red one that's closest to the blue and green, that's what you plug into the video port, alright? The one red port that's next to the white, that's an audio. So it has to be, see how those two are together? You plug the white in there, I almost failed, huh? Plug the white and the red, okay? Just make sure you do that. Another way to recognize them is like, see how there's a difference? One's completely red and one's like kind of half red. It's got like a little red tail. That's how you know. Make sure you do this right or else you won't get the right results. Alright? So now I got those plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and grab the component cables that came with the HTC VR, this white one. And this is what's going to be able, it's kind of like a path from the HTC VR to the TV so I can view my content. And it will be in HD because you're using component connections. Basically I'm going to plug those in the same. Obviously the red one that's with the blue and the green goes in the video port. See? The far right one. And then the audio cables are going to be have like a black casing around it. I just want to make sure no one plugs it in the wrong ports, alright? So just try to follow my tutorial exactly. And if you understand what I'm saying, great. If you don't, leave a comment and I will help you out. Okay, after this, I'm going to set up everything in my entertainment center, and then we can actually view that later. Okay, so now that we got that, I am going to plug these in the back of my TV. Okay, this is so I can view it, whatnot. Make sure you plug it into the component. If you have an LCD TV, and most plasmas have components, all right. That's just the HDMI ports. That's the PC port, and then the components right there. It's probably going to be all in a row, and you're going to see the colors like red, green, blue together, then white and red for audio. And just make sure you plug those in the right. I mean, if you know a little bit about TVs, you should know that you can plug in component cables to a TV. And obviously, if you're playing with component, it's pretty simple. I don't know. Sometimes I have to spell it out for people because they don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of noobs out here. Not saying you're a noob if you don't know this stuff, but if you do have a 360, you should know how to plug in audio video cables. But I understand if you've been playing at HDMI your whole life because you just do one switch. Another drawback to this is you're not going to be able to play in 1080p. You're only going to be playing 1080i. There's not that much difference, but if you're like a video file, like you can really tell, there's a slight difference, but nothing too big. So, but just letting you know. So if you have your 360 set to 1080p and it's not recording, that's because you need to set it to 1080i. Alright, now that we have this set up, I'll move on to the front and show you how they work together. I'm going to plug in the USB port there because you use USB to record the video to your laptop or PC, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. We'll be back in one moment. Alright guys, so now I got my entertainment center hooked up. I'm going to focus my camera there and I will show you how this works. You need to make sure your HDP VR is on, meaning the blue light in the lower left hand corner is set to the on position. So you just press that and it should turn on as long as your power source is hooked up, and all the cables are included with the HDP VR, don't worry. And then I'm going to pop my 360 on, and then I'll turn my TV on. It takes a while to load up because it's a HD TV. It takes a while to get the signal, but once you do that, you should be able to see your 360, and there should be no messed up colors or anything. It should just be perfect like this. Now, say you turn your 360 on, your TV on, and you don't see your 360. It could be because you have your HDP VR turned off. It's happened to me before. All you need to do is turn it on. I turned it off there and see it has no signal. If your HDP VR is on and your 360 is on and still not going through, make sure the cables are correctly in the right spots and make sure you're on the right input. Anyways, we got that there, and then I'm gonna go over and I will take my USB port and I will plug it into my laptop. You need to get a good transfer, no lag. You're gonna need USB 2.0. Most computers have it, but if your computer is kind of old, just make sure you have it or upgrade. Anyways, I'm gonna plug that in, and that is how I record. Just want to let you guys know one thing. You can use a USB extension cord. I used to have a Dazzle, and I tried using it with my old computer, and it was laggy. But I did buy one, a 6-foot one, and the video worked seamlessly. There was no lag involved, so I just want to let you guys know that. There's an extension cord right there. You can pick them up for 20, 30 bucks. I don't know how much I got mine for, but yeah. It's pretty simple process. Just make sure you have all the items on, and everything should work out. I don't know. If you guys have any questions, just leave them below. Now we're gonna go view what programs I use to record, or what program per se. Alright, see you guys then. Alright guys, this is just basically the program I use to record it for my Mac. For Mac, there are two options since you can't use the software that comes with the Hauppauge. You can either buy this one, which is made by an engineer at Hauppauge, and that runs for 30 bucks, or you can buy Elgato ITV, which runs for about 70. I use this one. It's simple, it's nice, it has a conversion in it. Right now I'm previewing it. I usually don't preview, but there's a lot of options in it. Like you can have a blue ring around your HDP VR itself turn on when you're recording, so you know when it's recording. When it does record it, like the actual files, like an M2TS, something, I don't know, something weird like that, M2TS, I'm not sure, but basically it has a conversion in it, so all you're going to have to do is drag and drop, which I'll show you later, and you can right click and run it, and then that'll change it to MP4 format. Or there's options under the program itself. For every video, when you stop recording, it'll automatically transfer it to MP4. I usually don't do that because it takes up more hard drive space, and if obviously you don't have a good game, you don't want it to transfer to MP4. But yeah, this is just a preview, guys. If you want to watch your gameplay in a desktop, as you can see, it's pretty fluid. I'm going to show you what happens once I'm done recording. See in the upper right hand corner there, I had it saved to this file, and I'm going to go to the conversion and drag and drop, and then I'll run it and I'll transfer it to MP4. I'll let you guys know that you do need VLC to play these like I don't even know what this says, M2TS files. So you'll need VLC, but once you transfer it to MP4, you'll be able to play in QuickTime just like I did here, and you can review your gameplay. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, go ahead and leave them. I'd love to answer them. I know this video is kind of scrappy, but whatever. Just leave a comment in the video. See you guys later.